Right now on a Royal Caribbean cruise, there are people doing some things that make absolutely zero sense. And I don't want you being those people, so we're going to help you out up next. Hey everybody, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Today, I wanted to focus on 8 things that make absolutely zero sense to do on a Royal Caribbean cruise, and I don't want you to ruin your vacation by doing any of these things either. So here's how not to be those people. First up is being rude or ignoring crew members. Unfortunately, this happens all too often. Sometimes you have a bad day or things aren't going your way, and the crew members are there to ensure that you're not only having a good time, but making very certain things are as safe as they can be. Moreover, they're also there to enforce the rules that we all have to live by. So if there is an issue like a technical glitch or bad weather or your kids being bad or anything else out of the ordinary, yelling at crew members or pretending they aren't there is not going to make anything better. Not to mention, it reflects poorly on yourself. Remember, you can always catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. Thanks, Mom. So be nice, pay attention to what crew members have to say, be nice to other people, and it will make your trip so much better. And if you do encounter a great crew member, always be sure to compliment them in your post-cruise survey that you'll receive via your email, so that way those crew members can be recognized by the cruise line. Something we see all too often is people waiting for the elevator to go up just a few decks. Don't take the elevator if you just don't need to. The elevators are really slow sometimes, especially on embarkation day, and they can be crowded with other passengers and crew who are ferrying luggage between decks. So take the stairs, especially if you're only going up or down perhaps a couple decks. The added benefit, by the way, of taking the stairs is that way you feel a little less guilty when you indulge in that third dessert at dinner. The next thing people do sometimes that I don't want you to be doing is trying to skip muster drill. Okay, I get it. Muster drill is far from anyone's favorite part of their cruise vacation. But the fact is, it's not only required for everyone, but it's also the law. Don't skip the muster drill. It'll provide important information in case of an emergency, plus it's mandatory even if you cruised before. A giant pet peeve of mine that I see all the time people doing is purchasing their drink package or their internet on board their Royal Caribbean ship. The drink package and Voom internet is incredibly popular and can be a tremendous value, but it can be even a better value if you pre-purchase it before the cruise. Royal Caribbean offers regularly discounts on its drink packages and its internet packages if you pre-purchase it before the ship, even if you've never sailed with Royal Caribbean before. So do yourself a favor, save money and time also on the ship, and pre-purchase it before your cruise. The next thing people are doing that makes absolutely zero sense is not reading the fine print. Maybe you read online about someone who was upset their itinerary was changed because of bad weather, or someone else that was denied boarding because they were too many weeks pregnant. These people did not read the fine print in their cruise contract. There's all sorts of important information in there about instances where a cruise line can deny you boarding or even kick you off the ship when the line is within its rights to do so, or change its itinerary, what your responsibility is to obtain necessary travel documents, and what the fees for canceling your cruise are. Miss something important and your cruise could be ruined before it begins, so make sure you read that before you even book your cruise. This next one is a biggie, and make sure you have and pack your necessary travel documents. If you show up at the terminal without the necessary documents like a passport, birth certificate, or even mandatory visas, you will never even make it on board the ship. It's not only your responsibility to get the correct ones, but make sure they're up to date and you carry with them during boarding. Packing them in your luggage and handing your suitcases to a porter could end up also being a major problem. So do yourself a favor and make sure you have the proper documents and you have it with you for embarkation. That means when you walk on board the ship. Next up is one that can cost you a lot of money, and that is not putting your phone into airplane mode. If your cell phone is active and trying to use its cell signal while you're on board your cruise, it can result in a major bill. If your cell phone is downloading texts and accepting calls at sea or in port and you don't have an international roaming plan, man, you are going to get a monster bill when you get home. Roaming charges are just crazy, so be sure to put your phone into airplane mode, or better yet, just turn it off completely. And the last thing that some people do that makes absolutely no sense is packing all of your clothes on the last night of the cruise. And you might be saying, well, why wouldn't I pack all my clothes? Well, you got to get off the ship the next day. And if you pack everything and then give it to the ship to deliver down to the terminal for you on the last morning of your cruise, you might not have anything to wear the morning of. And you might be laughing right now, but there is almost always somebody wearing a bathrobe off the ship because they literally have nothing else to wear. So do yourself a favor, make sure you have the right clothes out that you don't pack for your last day of the cruise. So there's a bunch of things we think people are doing on their cruise regularly that make absolutely no sense. I hope this has helped plan your trip. If you like this video, please click like, leave a comment, and go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that way we can let you know when we have a new video out. This is Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and we'll talk again real soon.